Okay. Hello,
Hi.
everybody. We are live. Thank
Hello,
you,
hello.
everybody, for being here. And thank you, everybody, in the chat for the birthday wishes. Much appreciated. Um, boy, we got one hell of a show. This may even turn into a third parter because there is just so many rabbit holes between the initial case, the investigation, and now what's going on with the courts and the person that they have in custody and other things that are coming to light. Um, a lot of things that all three of us are very passionate about. And so, just really quick, I just want to shout out. It's going to be hard for me to keep up with the chat today because we're reading on a lot and we got a lot of cards. Hershey has her spirit box also going. I was going to start mine, but then I thought that would be too much. So I may do that spirit box with mine that I downloaded a little bit later and see. But we do have Rossi. Hello, Rossi. Thank you for being here. We have Fatima talking about where they live. Of course, Miss Jackie is here. Thank you, my dear, for being here. We have Froxy Roxy. Hello. My first time here on this channel. Well, welcome, Froxy. Nice to have you. Let's see again. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Sherry is here. Hello, Sherry, my dear. Fleck, rabbit holes, interesting. So, and Serena. So, again, everybody, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And I use educational now because there's another channel who covers not with tarot, but does cover these types of murder cases and crime cases. They do use educational because we are educating people who come into our chat on what is actually has been reported, um, the facts that we know them. Some of them may be alleged, some may have not been proven yet until court of law. But
Mhm.
this is just to give everybody a heads up about this case, the people involved, and the tomfoolery that's been going on this past couple months with the person that they have in custody. Not to mention the oh, how do I don't know how I say it, but the disregard for uh, nature based spiritual beliefs. They're being thrown, basically into the gutter by some of the groups that are involved. And for that, um, Hershey's going to share with what her guides will allow her for her to share about that. Um, so just really quick, we are reading on the Delphi murders. Abigail, Abby, Williams, and Liberty German. Wow, they um, their bodies were found on February 14th on Valentine's Day. They lost their lives apparently on the 13th, and this is going back to 2017. And this took place in Delphi, Indiana. They were they had a day. And Hershey, if you hear anything, just go and let me know, and you can share what the spirit box.
I, I'm keeping it up. I'm keeping up with it. I'm just letting
Oh,
you
you're
do your
scrolling
thing.
it down. Okay.
Yeah.
So that particular day was a very beautiful day weather-wise in Indiana, and there was no school. So the girls wanted to go um, take a stroll on a local bridge that was popular, and they were dropped off, and their parents or dad was supposed to come back like an hour later to pick the girls up. And when they showed up to pick the girls, they weren't there. Um, so the bridge they went to was the Monon, I believe that's how I pronounce it, the Monon High Bridge Trail, um, which is part of the Delphi Historic Trails in Delphi, Indiana. Um, I'm just looking down here really quick. So there were video and audios that were caught by Liberty's phone because they were, we don't know if they were being followed, but then this is where things start to get a little icky, a little sticky. And so for people who are new to um, doing these readings, just beware. We will be talking about murder. We will be talking about assault of all kinds. We try not to get too graphic, but we also try to keep things, clear,
Mhm.
open, and honest as possible. So if anything you find true crime upsetting, especially when younger children are involved. These were young adults, but still they were children. Then we recommend um, not watching the show. Just going to put that out there. And again, for YouTube, this is entertainment purposes only. So for people who may or may not know, but really quick, the girl on this girl here, that is Liberty, and the younger girl, well, by 1 year, is Abigail. And so um, they were found murdered the day after they had been dropped off by the parents. Um, and last year, a suspect was taken into custody, and so there's also kind of some question now about what's going on with that. It says here at 1:35 on February 13th, 2017, they were dropped off by Germans. Oh, Liberty. Okay, so they were dropped off by Libby's older sister, Kelsey, on County Road 300 northeast of the Hoosier Highland Heartland Highway. The girls were hiking on the Mountain High Bridge over Deer Creek among woodland in remote Deer Creek Township. At 2:07, German posted a photo of Williams walking the bridge. After this, they were not heard from again. They were reported missing at 5:30 after they had failed to meet German's father at 3:15. The families initially searched for the girls themselves before calling the police, which is kind of odd because I don't think they found their bodies that far off where the bridge was. Um, but I digress. However, this changed when the bodies of the girls were found around noon the next day, um, east of the abandoned High Bridge. Um, they were found on the north bank of Deer Creek. Um, the police had not released the details, but we now know that there was some sort of ritualistic style ritual. So, it was basically a ritualistic killing. Um, a person was taken. Someone did take a photograph of somebody who was watching them. Their heads were down, and I think I'm going to stop talking for now because I want to see if any of the ladies have pull cards, or if Hershey, if you want to go first and talk about what your guy said you can speak about at this time on
Sure,
this show. Okay.
sure,
And
sure.
then that'll give me a chance to pull some
So
cards.
when the opportunity to do this was brought to me, my team said yes. Before I even knew what I was opening in the email, they were like, "We're doing this," and I was like, "Okay." As I'm opening the email, like, "Okay, what's going on?" First and foremost, this is my opinion, that my team's included, but I'm speaking for them, through them, and for them when I say that Odinism and paganism is not racist, it's not negative, it is not this false fake thing. That is what they call the Odonic Rite cult. And yeah, it's not cool. It doesn't have anything to do with the Tree of Life, Midgar, Rainbow Bridge. It doesn't have anything to do with brotherhood, fellowship. It doesn't have anything to do with love, light. It has nothing to do with the All Father. So they also they want me to start and go back to 11/25/23. Instantly I started getting just bombarded with shit. And the very first thing, so they're not going to let me talk about the third party information, but there is one thing that I can say. But outside of that, and until it's publicly announced, I feel like I need to hold off on it. Um, the very first thing they said was that the sheriff will burn. I have no idea if that means that he will be in a fire, or if he's guilty. I don't know, guys. That was the very first thing they said. Um, they also said not the man, the boy is guilty. supposed to be 3 girls. I also got something about a white shirt. I got catfished, and something about the boy has curly hair. Um, I jumped to 11/29/23, and I got gate 3 or 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock count. I'm not exactly sure what I was hearing, but it sounded like 2 gentlemen talking. I got boots, keys, 2 very distinct voices. The secrets kept. I got pedo. I got the name Stella and Jenny, which I have no idea if those are part of the wives that they said started this crazy Odonic right stuff. Something just like slid my books. Okay, anyway. So then today, as soon as I, got connected and started calling in, there is an older lady. I'm not going to say her name that's coming through, and she speaks as if she's someone's grandmother, and she's not. She's she's not very forgiving with her words. Um, eh, she's clearly, as she says right now, not everybody's got the stomach for me, and she has a very, very strong Southern drawl. Um, Today, they want me to focus on the bad guy, and they believe that the bad guy is one of the sons that is part of this Odonic rites or some craziness. I got bad magic, blood magic, black magic, food no good, lake, sacrifice, creature, anomaly, group,
Wow.
cult, handprint on the wall. They both have beards, secrets. Henry works under and or with. I'm a little hazy on that one. A satanic leader, false protection, and making a fortune with the movement's donations. That's what I got up until just
Wow.
now, and I got Warden and I got Stella for the third time since 11/29. I can read energy.
Sheridan is a new subscriber of mine. I just met them on Terry's channel.
Hello, hello.
Um,
But yeah, the 3 different individuals have, like, not really confirmed, but for me, when I hear from 3 different people on that side that there should have been 3 high cosmic, I begin to question, is that some of the information that they're not putting out there? But then again, I feel like, what is it? So apparently the information is out there that somewhere, and I know they always say that the information is out there somewhere, but the when they say supposed to have been 3, like they want me to understand that, and they even gave me ages, like, they said 2 are the same age and 1 is younger. So, like, the youngest one they said specifically either 2 are 14 and 1 15, or 2 are 14 and 1 is 13. So
wow.
I that was like, I didn't know that until just now when Heather was reading the ages. I was like, oh well, that confirms the either 2 or 14 and one's, you know what I'm saying, 115 and, or 214 and 113, or, you know what I'm saying, like the weird age thing I kept getting. So I don't know. It's just been weird. Like, it's been crazy. They're saying that she was photographed. Like, I don't know if that means like one of them, but apparently there's a photograph of one of them inappropriately. But I don't know. They're
Prior
not.
to the murders or after?
possibly prior, like that this boy could have inappropriate pictures on his phone. Um, they're really focusing on just on the bad guy here. I'm doing my best to pick up on like victim energy, but there's so much
Well,
piled on
because
top.
she was supposed to be talking to boys on her computer, and that was one of the reasons why I think
I get a
that they
lot of
went
that.
to the bridge was to meet. So,
Yeah, I get a lot.
well, when
I
you're
get a lot that it was planned and that the third one backed out like literally at the last. I almost I almost feel like the third one would have been one of their rides. Um but like backed out and like one of them had to get a ride from somebody else like at
the
the last
sister,
second.
it was one of the
Uh,
girls' sisters. Yeah, that gave them
so
the ride.
I feel like that the third one that should have been there. I almost feel like she's not really the instigator, but she's the instigator. Like she's the whole reason all of this was supposed to have happened, and she didn't want to go alone. So she took two of her girlfriends to go with her so that she wasn't alone. And then she backs out, but they're like, well, we're
Mhm.
still going to go and we're still going to goof off. It's a nice day. I feel like they were part of the catfishing situation too, if that's how it happened, because I feel like, she wasn't honest with them either.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe she got scared at the last second and backed out, and that
Well, we
altered
could pull cards
the
on that.
events that happened.
Okay. So, Jackie, you got anything that you want to
I,
share?
I just pulled some cards. I have video and audio surveillance, which I think
Here.
would be the video of one of the girls took video of the guy who they kind of I don't think they kind of figured out who he was, did they? But it was him
Yeah.
saying, "Guys down the hill, guys
Down
down
the
the hill."
hill. Yep.
Um, and then I had these come out together: stalker and jailer imprisonment, which would suggest that the stalker is the guy they have in jail. Do you know?
Mhm.
Um, that he must have had some part in it, I suppose. Um,
Mhm.
then suicide and news media came out.
Mhm.
Um, now I
I
don't
know.
think suicide was ever mentioned it, but to me that would kind of be in relation to the whole trying to portray it as an Odinism kind of a cult ritual thing. Of course the media adds legs and tails and accuses the wrong people in every situation anyway. So they
Can I
might try
interject really quick, Jackie?
yeah,
You know
yeah.
where the suicide could possibly be coming from? Now, one of the public defenders of the guy they have in jail, a buddy of his came into his office, and the public defender had pictures of the crime scene on his
Yeah.
table. This guy snuck pictures, and one of the first people he sent those pictures to, he sent those out to more people. Now, that initial guy who got them, he actually just committed suicide because
Oh,
of doing that.
okay.
That
Okay.
might be where the news media and the press, because this guy goes
Yes.
in, the lawyer leaves the office. Why the lawyer, defense lawyer, would leave this guy alone in a
Okay.
office with these gruesome pictures on his table? Well,
Mm.
this guy takes a picture and goes, okay, and then he goes and sends it to this other guy, and that guy ended up taking his life. So I just wanted to interject and let you know that that might be
Okay.
where your cards are connecting.
I didn't hear that bit. Yeah. Is that why the judge let them go? So I wonder.
A part of the reason, yes, because of the
Yeah.
photos. It's
Yeah.
still
Because
kind of iffy.
I know they even came back and they said, look, we want to represent him. We'll do it for free. And they tried to kind of bribe their way back in that way. And the judge was still having none of it. And she appointed someone else or whatever.
Yeah, that
Um,
whole issue too, it stinks to high hell, but
it's all crazy.
that'll be
Yeah. Yeah.
later. Yeah.
Yeah. And these two abducted or kidnapped. Like the video of the guy saying "guys down the hill" is like as if he was kind of directing them in the
Mm-hmm.
direction of whoever did whatever,
Yeah.
Um, and denial, obviously, just someone is in denial about kind of, I suppose, why they were out there in the first place. And if the whole catfishing thing that you were talking about is true, that obviously maybe the parents are in denial about, my daughters wouldn't have been out there doing this and whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just some I've been pulling there while we were getting set up.
Okay. Yeah, parents really got to start paying attention to what their children are doing on their
Yeah.
computers,
Yeah.
because somewhere along the way it was either another psychic on YouTube that mentioned it, or it might have been in the actual, maybe an article. But this one girl had been talking to somebody, a boy, and that was one of the reasons why they wanted to go to, was to meet him. So that could have been where the catfishing is. But I pulled a bunch of cards. So far I got a mountain. I had somebody, um to them, thought presented themselves as, in this Lenormand, the green and the pink represent the kind male individual, the romantic, the very, I'm very sweet, which I also got from another deck as the Knight of Cups, which would be like, the lover, the romantic. This could have been very well her too, the young girl being romantic. I also got the dog card, which is loyalty. Thinking that they were loyal, they were trustful. I can trust this
Mm.
individual. Then we get stuck into the crossroads, and when they get there, they realize, holy shit, there's the snake, and he actually is this type of person.
Oh
And then
well.
this is where the opposite male comes in.
Huh.
I did get a public place. This is has to do with like public buildings, public land. This was a local bridge, and then I did get the the lilies, which represent in Lenormand purity, kindness. Well, basically, let's just look at the word purity. We're talking about young girls, so there's that connection there. I did pull travel over water on this card. I got the Knight of Cups again. Oh, there's the Knight of Cups again. Because this is Scott Allen's deck, and he combines cards together, tarot cards together. So I have two Knights of Cups in two different decks, starting right off. Knight of Wands, I got action, free spirit. Yes, I believe these girls were free spirits, but then I also got the Page of Wands, which is a whistleblower. News is coming up. I got angels and guides, so I feel like the girls were, somebody was there for the girls when they crossed over. I also did get the 7 of 8 cups, and this is delusions, fantasy,
Mm.
dreaming, lost love, forgive, and disappointed. So I feel, and this is my impersonation, my impression. Um, YouTube. This is for entertainment purposes only, but I do feel like one of the girls were there to go meet a boy who they thought was somebody, but ended up being somebody else. And that's where the delusions, the girls were lured. And,
Mm.
this is Scott's oh crap card, because, you got the face palm like, oh no, what did we do? This is not who we thought this person was going to be. And the very last card in that was dark times, dark spirits, and transitions. They crossed over from the other deck. I know I got a lot of cards, but these cards were coming. Now with the girls, I got the book, and I'm like, okay, what does this have to do with book? But if you think about it, social media, and I just heard criminal, Facebook, possibly. I got the King of Hearts again. There's like the Knight of Cups. There's the loving card. I care about you. I love you. I found these cards where the child card was. So I found where the child was. Those are the two before there. Then I got the birds. So this is about gossip, chatter. This is considered social media. Next card I got the death card. I got the coffin, transition. And from that last one, I got the King of Cups, which feels like one of the girls. 4 of Swords. They were found. I mean, right there, that says it all. I got
Huh.
the 3 of Wands. And this is interesting, Hershey. The 3 of Wands. There were 2 girls, but here we go. There's 3. So this could represent the 3, possibly the 3 girls. I believe there was more than the one guy, so this could represent the 3 guys that were there that to lure the girl in. And then I did get the World card. Things will come for a circle. Things will be found out. And those were my initial cards.
Mm.
And I'm just gonna.
Steven.
There's that name Stephen again. I think one time
Yep.
we were talking, that name Stephen came up for this case.
Yeah, it's popped up a couple of times. And then ancient scroll, and then it kept saying scroll, 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 and then it says that look below, and then it was cabin. So I don't know if they're trying to say, like, there's some kind of cabin or something involved. But then Miles said, "Go ahead and pull some cards now." Since I haven't touched any cards, I've just been listening and I've been paying attention, and I got important details are being held from the public, and
Yep.
it just kind of, like, I got chills when I read this. I was like, I know what they're telling me, so I have to be. That's why I've kind of got it also turned low. I have to be very, very, very cautious, because if I'm understanding correctly, because there's a possibility of see, in my world, a white shirt would mean some kind of officer or some kind of authority figure. Okay, so, and I've been in the criminal aspect world most of my entire damn life. So when I say a white shirt, I'm referring to somebody with a badge and authority, and it doesn't matter if it is in the civilian world or the inmate DOC world. So
Mhm.
I feel like, yeah, they are being very open with me about information, but they're also trusting that they know I won't reveal. And then this shows up, and I'm like, aha, like, I didn't need confirmation, but I just wanted to put that out there, that it does make me feel a little bit better about do not reveal. No, don't do it. I also got something about a handprint or a fingerprint will be found, and then I remember I got also a handprint on the wall, and I got the handprint or fingerprint will be discovered. And then, like I said, right around that time, the card fell. Also, cabin came across the box, and I was like, "Oh, see." I'm wondering if what if this culty BS maybe has a spot, a designated, area. I got premeditated. I got drugs and alcohol are frequently used and a factor. I got that a souvenir was kept, that multiple people are involved, and that the crime will be solved, but it's in the near future. Like, it's not going to be today or tomorrow, but it's still a little way off for some reason. It said misunderstood, so I'm not sure what they're saying about something's being misunderstood, and it feels like it's being done in a very deceiving kind of way. But like I said, I'm only kind of staying on the bad guy energy. I tend to do better there. And again, I'm getting another name. I got the Steven again. I got James. He had a dog. Is something about he had a dog. I don't know what that means. He had a dog.
So I'm looking to see if there is a name here. One of, I think I mentioned this before. The sheriff. Their name is Tobe or Toby Leesenby. I just want to put that out there. Because you mentioned something earlier about a sheriff, so I just want to give you that name because I saw the word sheriff and that name jump in there. I'm just looking down here. It says on July 17th, police distributed a composite sketch of someone sought as a person of prime interest. The sketch was apparently created from eyewitness accounts of a hiker on the Delphi bridge or trail the days the girls went missing. You got anything else, Jackie? I'm just looking here to see if I can find something that might corroborate.
Well, you had the book card, remember, and I got information, so that would suggest that yes, there is something online somewhere that's that'll,
Yeah,
you
because
know,
HTTP, yeah, it's like giving you a URL
yeah,
type. Yeah.
yeah.
And you're saying scrolls. You kept getting the word
Yeah,
scroll.
I
Like
kept
you're
getting
scrolling,
scroll, like,
scrolling up on the screen, looking at pictures. Yep. So,
uh-huh.
Yeah. Health issues, natural causes came up. I'm not sure what that's about, but I'd say that's to do with your man in prison because he has lost a lot of weight and he looked quite bad since he went into prison. So I would assume that's him. Propaganda. Well, of course, we know there's loads of propaganda.
oh yeah.
Drugs or overdose. That could be again. What's his name? Richard, isn't it? Wells. Richard Wells. Am I
Richard
right?
Allen. Richard Allen is his
Alan.
Oh,
name.
as
Oh,
soon
well,
as you
is
said
still
that,
the
it
case.
said the devil. As soon as you said that, it said the devil. And
Oh
then
wow.
it
Well,
also
he's
said
a part of it. Yeah,
it,
he's a part of it.
Yeah.
it the thing also said the graveyard.
The graveyard.
Wow.
Wow. I drugs or overdose, which again could be him in prison. I know there was also some theories that there was other kind of cult people in the prison that were abusing him and whatnot.
Yeah. And this is the bridge
I
that the girls were on.
yeah.
I'm just putting that picture up there for people
Yeah.
to see. But yeah, 1 minute they said he confessed, and now he's saying that he didn't mean to. He was coerced, and so yeah.
Yeah, I see that happens too. Like, so that, I mean, that's believable. I don't know. Karmic connection. House. No, it wasn't anywhere near a house. So again, I'm not sure what that is.
But see, I kept getting cabin, so I wonder if maybe they're like again, and see, it's kind of got like a wooded background going on and stuff. Like it doesn't look like it's in a neighborhood. It almost looks like it's like a secluded kind of. I mean,
That makes sense, yeah. Because I had the abducted kidnap card, so they could have been taken to a house and whatever happened there, and then
They were
murdered
dumped.
and placed out in the woods, like yeah.
Yep.
And then look at private property, which would be look out the back of those trees.
Yep.
I'm just going to
and
mute
then
myself.
I have serial killer, thrill kill.
Oh shit! See, I got it says so. It says I was attacked. I got a similar card to that.
Yeah.
The serial killer. Not my first time, not his first rodeo.
Yeah.
And if he's a part of this, because I kept getting sacrificed, many creatures. I mean, it's crazy. It's saying, please share my story. And it said it like 3 times. Please share my story. Please share my story. Please share my story. So apparently, share the live. Share the live. Share the live.
So Kala Lizzie said that there is a barn across the way that they looked into. So that might be something to do with looking like a cabin. I asked my pendulum if the girls were killed in or around a barn, and I got a yes.
Oh, wow.
So you're on something. Intense. And you have more cards, Jackie? I forgot to put you up on the
No, that was it. That was it.
Okay.
That was it.
I got a friend knows something, and look, graveyard. I got graveyard to come across the thing, and then I got victim. It was engaged in unusual behavior. The cry now, laugh later thing going on.
Wow,
the catfishing situation. To me, anytime I see the cry now, laugh later, to me, I feel like there's some real shady shit going on. There's some catfishing going on. You're trying to do some manipulating, some conniving. But I understand it's not every situation. But right now in this incident, that when I see that, I'm taking it as this was intentionally. Yes, there was some unusual shit going on probably both sides.
Wow.
And look at this, Hershey. The barn is on that old neighbor guy, and there's a graveyard nearby it too.
Wow. That's insane. That's insane.
I've been wanting to pull cards to see if the girls were lured there by a boy, or they lured to the bridge because they thought they were going to see a boy. I was wondering if we could, specifically ask that of the cards and see what our answers are. Unless one of you want to take a different question. But I would really like to see, because I don't think the girls were just there just for fun. I think they went there to meet somebody. I really do.
The answer to the other. Whoa, shit. Okay.
Whoa, my cards are flying all over the place. No, only one at a time.
Okay, so they literally just flew. I got yes, you're going in the right direction, and go. The time is right.
Jesus.
And y'all see, that was intense.
It's like half the cards just go flying over my hand and all over the table. I'm like, no, I can't read your cards like that.
Right.
Does that have a lot to say?
Yeah.
Lots of energy about it anyway. Something about bones, and look, it said barn.
Oh.
This is the second time. I had this card earlier on.
And it said there was pain in my chest. So I wonder if maybe, they got, penetrated somehow there. It says scary and walk. I don't know if they're trying to put it together, but it was back to back, like scary walk,
Yeah, that was they walked across the bridge. Wow, I'm not getting good cards.
So I'm seeing like a bridge that's like falling apart. Like you got to take quite a step in between some of the the planks because they're not quite together all the way. It sounds horrible. It says missing, so like missing boards. I think because like I'm seeing like it wouldn't be together anymore, like it should be or something.
Yeah. And Isadora uses a pendulum, and she says, yes, the girls were lured, according to her pendulum, to the area. Yeah, again, I got that impulsive, naive on the girls' part. I got the 5 of Wands. So there was a conflict. There were obstacles, rivals. And I'm going to set that card with the word rivals for a second because of this third possible person. I got the Devil card, the Dark Spirit. I got the Ace of Coins. Were they lured there? Yeah, prosperity. Then I got the Tower card. So they were led there under false pretenses.
It says cross bridge. I'm not.
This is a bridge right here, and this is a bridge.
It says cross bridge.
And decisions. They should have listened to their intuition. There were caution signs. That was, the final card. But I am wondering, and just hear me out for a second. The 5 of Wands, argument. Lack of, and I'll leave out the lack of energy, but conflicts, obstacles, and rivals. I did get out of the Lenormand, that one deck, I got the mountains, which represents obstacles. I am wondering if there is a third person involved, if they set these girls up because of a rivalry. Because we know that young girls can be very mean, can be very cruel.
Can't we though? Can't we? And
So
you said rivalry, and it said led by demons, and you said rivalry right when it said led by demons.
So I'm just going to ask if there was a third person. I'm trying to figure out how to ask this because we don't know for sure.
Yeah, well, and they're telling me I can't participate in that specific question. Outside of supposed to been 3. That's as far as I can go with that about the girls' situation, because they're minors, and even at time of death they were minors, so they're always going to be minors. They're never going to get the chance to grow up. So I have to keep what I feel is being protected for a reason. I need to keep it protected.
I'm just going to ask my one deck here. Do you have anything you want to share, Jackie? Well,
I just had rumors and tabloids, which, well, we know there's loads of rumors anyway. Paperwork or paper trail would kind of go along with the information one that suggests that there is something somewhere, with information.
Yeah.
You saw that, Heather. That's a bit creepy. And if one of them was the way supposedly she was, then who knows, you know?
Right. Right.
I don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
I have this again.
Wow, that's what, like the third time that showed up now, or twice or something?
Yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
maybe it was someone to do with said, you know
Yeah, they
what?
had to get rid of more than one thing.
Do you know?
I know that's a horrible way to see it, but you know.
And then I have
It said yep.
status.
It said yep. Oh my god.
What? I love it.
Oh my god.
But look, I have status and blackmail or blackmail or extortion. I can't even talk. Maybe it was a married man. Who knows?
Yeah, I see where they like want to check married, but they just kind of laid it down like, you know, where are you at here, you know? But it's
Yeah.
convenient that it's pointed at the married. I can't help and say that I don't see that.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Kenneth.
That's what I have.
I keep getting a Kenny and a Kenneth now.
Kenneth.
When I asked about possibly a third young girl being involved in the mix, now this isn't typical. I mean, it goes by Rider Waite, but this is a Gothic deck, so they look at these in more of like a darker perspective. So I did get the Nine of Wands. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles, excuse me. And this is a very cold. You know, the Nine of Wands typically shows. I mean, Pentacles, excuse me. The Knight of Pentacles typically shows a woman in her garden, surrounded by her bounty, and that no one is to proceed through that. With the Nine of Pentacles, unless I'm getting my cards crossed, but it just looks like she's standing there, just very cold, very like you, kind of like you shall not pass. I got Ace of Cups. I got another female. The Ace of Cups, you know, being very emotional, being very overly dramatic. And I was very moody. I did, and this kind of describes a young teenage girl. And I also got the High Priestess. So also there was an intuition involved, something secrets hidden, secrets unknown. So there you go. There's the secrets unknown. And then I got the Eight of Wands, being tired. I got the Six of Pentacles, one thing being handed off to another. And at the bottom, I got the Ten of Swords. So, yeah, I think there was a third person, you know, female involved with what happened to the girls.
That Nine of Pentacles would kind of make me feel like she made money from luring them there for whoever, do you know?
This is true. Yeah, that's possible. Also, I'm just gonna look at her at the
Yeah.
It
comments here really
says
quick.
9 inches. I'm not sure what 9 inches mean. And then it said skeleton. So I don't know what skeleton means. I don't know if that's some kind of
I don't know about that color, Lizzie.
I'm not sure what exactly that's supposed to mean, but 9 inches and skeleton was the two that just came through. Robinson.
That's interesting.
Robinson.
Well, I'm going to or in the ground, 9 inches. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just gonna look here.
There's a girl.
There was something I wanted to ask. Well, first of all, I want to know if the guy that's in jail, Richard Allen, if he is guilty of being, or yeah, is he guilty of being involved in what happened to the girls? I'm not going to say specifically was he the one that committed the murder, but was he involved in the the lure and abduction of? Oh my God! The first card that jumps out is the Chariot.
The driving force.
So I got a yes, get more information, and no need to worry.
Okay, no need to worry.
Yeah, I'm again with this no need to worry. I feel like when the truth comes out, somebody's going to get in a lot of trouble, and their truth is going to get somebody in high ups in some hot water.
And I also just got the moon. Secrets hidden. There's somebody who knows. They're looking over
Ooh,
their
I got
shoulder.
secrets on both, almost every single one. On the 25th, the 29th, and today, I got secrets. Hidden secrets. Secrets kept. Or hidden secrets the first time, secrets kept the second time, and today I got secrets. So there's definitely some secrets somewhere.
You know what? I think he's part of the setup too. I mean, he was there for no good. I got the two of
Ooh,
swords.
it's all part of the ritual, is what it just said. It's all part of the ritual.
Wow.
So I got two of swords.
That's intense.
There was a decision to be made. And then I got the fool card. So I think he was fooled into thinking, to be a part of it, but not knowing exactly, what was going to happen. And then I got the page of cups, and she's not a very nice page of cups either. The two of swords. I wonder if that represents the two girls, or that was the decision that he made, whether or not to go. But being the idiot that he was, or the fool, naive that he was lured there. So I'm just curious to see what I got another page. I'm getting young individuals in this, so I'm getting lots of pages. Young people. Page of swords. Having something to prove. Wanting to explore something. Page of cups. Emotions. Wanting to, partake in exploring all the emotion. Ugh.
It says OFF Wade. I don't know if that's supposed to be Officer Wade or Offender Wade, but it says OFF Wade. WADE.
Okay, let's see. Froxy says the darkness always comes from secrets, but eventually everything comes out into the light. So yeah, that one that girl was looking over her shoulder. Let's see. For 5 years, we waited for an arrest. Readers also saw a religious aspect as central. They also always said one of the guys was prominent in the community, and we haven't seen him yet. That was something too that another psychic on YouTube said that they saw something to do with the church.
Churching.
I'm listening to you.
I'm going to ask if there was anybody involved with the church. The church involved with the. Oh, jeez. Was there anybody from the church involved? I got the 5 of swords.
A stained glass window.
She's holding a spike in her hand. 10 of Pentacles.
But there's a stained glass window in the background of that 5 of swords too.
Yeah, well, it's a Gothic deck, so a lot of this is going
to. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
But it's interesting though that yes, of all. Oh, okay. I asked if somebody from the church was involved. So after the 5 of swords, I got the 10 of Pentacles, and in this deck, instead of showing money and riches and everything, look at the color of the water beneath her. It's red. It's running with blood.
Okay, so somebody's saying
and then 10 of wands.
He wore a robe.
Wow.
He wore a robe.
And then I got the 10 of wands. It's on fire. 10 of wands burden and stuff. So people, there's something connected. Well, it's a small community. It is in the South. This is Indiana. It's part of the Bible Belt area. So, what's the best way of hiding behind something that's dark? By wearing a robe or being a part of. Rossi said that she got 13 people involved. Of course, people who are going to do dark stuff are going to try to take, like 13, we know is not a bad number. It's not an unlucky number, but because if people go and decide that they're going to do something of a dark nature, whether it's magic or ritual or worship or anything, they're going to take anything that's positive and they're going to twist it into something their own. So it's quite possible they decide, hey, let's use 13 because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a scary number or a bad number. So what question do you want to ask next? Ooh. Okay. Oh, no, this is interesting. I got Queen of Wands, Lovers, and then King of Wands. I don't know who these represent in these girls' lives, but it's, I mean, what's the likelihood of a queen and a king of the same suit?
Of what?
At the end, I got Queen of Wands in the middle, the Lovers, and then the King of Wands. And when you look at it, it's the Queen, and then the girl is on this side as she came out. So that's how the cards looked. And then he is on the male side.
I got you.
And if Wands, well, Wands is about making action, taking action, making things happen, willpower. In this deck, the King of Wands is a vampire. There's a little bit of blood that comes out of the corner of his mouth because he's the protector. He will do anything and everything to protect somebody. The Queen of Wands, that creativity, that fiery personality, the embodiment of fire, of aggression, of creativity, and then you got the Lovers in the middle. So I'm not sure. I'm going to see if I can pull some clarifiers.
It said go farther, like dive deeper. I think that's right when you said that.
Hi,
It was like
Tom.
go farther.
Hi, JR.
Hello.
Yeah, Tom from Early Ritual joined us, JR. Let's see. Rossi says I got the minister priest was involved. That's interesting. I got the hermit. The Empress. Oh, God, and the Three of Swords. And this is a very graphic Three of Swords in this deck. She barely, basically cut her heart out and is holding it in her hands with the knife. So the Hermit, the Empress, and then the Three of Swords. So, yes, somebody really wanted these girls to suffer. And of course, again, with the knife and the Three of Swords, there's the three again, Hershey and Jackie. And someone said that they had cut. I wonder if, now we don't know what the pictures are, but if it was ritualistic in any manner, what's usually the one thing that gets cut from a body or is mutilated in a body during a ritual? It's the heart.
I don't think they actually took anything out, though. As far as I know.
I don't know. As soon as these pictures, because the pictures only got sent to certain individuals, and then one person it was a podcast. I think a boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband, wife that do a true crime podcast. These pictures were sent to them, and the minute they got them, they were like, "Whoa, what the hell is this?" And this when they immediately called the authorities and said, "Well, somebody's trying to light the way." And then I got the Empress, which is about Mother Earth. And then the Three of Swords. You know, Jackie, I think maybe when we're done with this live backstage, we could pull cards on that card that you got with the baby.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I would want to put that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Flex said, priest having an affair. Possibly. I mean, anything goes, it seems these days with people. I mean, this has been going on for...
This crime contains DNA. Oh, boy.
What contains DNA?
The crime. Yep. It's motivated because of DNA, possibly. I also got that the killer worked in the area. The victims knew or had some kind of contact with him. There's some kind of strange phenomenon going on. Again, with some kind of cell phone record, third-party witness situation, and money as some kind of motive, or it goes possibly with making a fortune, like the movement, this fake BS movement is making a lot of money behind this movement or whatever. I don't see how people could support that, but that's their right to do what they want. But it's creepy. It's just creepy. It's just creepy. It's creepy.
It is. I had strength fallout. Someone presumably trying to muster the strength to come forward, maybe with some information. And I had this already, the 5 of Wands.
Here's the 5 again.
Do you know? Yeah. And we were talking about kind of just girls being girls.
Yeah.
And the lovers.
You got the lovers too.
Yeah. You know, underneath they have the 5 of Swords, and sure, of course, there's 3 people there in the 5 of Swords.
I got the 6 of Wands. I got the 5 of Swords again with the dagger in her hand, and again the 3 of Swords. Well, do we want to ask specifically if anybody in the local law enforcement? I know Hershey, I don't think you can ask this because of the information they gave you. But Jackie, do you want to see? Unless you can, Hershey. But do you want to see if anybody in the local law enforcement is a part? Oh, I gotta watch what I say on YouTube. But if anybody in the local law enforcement
has a hand in it,
has a hand in this case. Let's put it that way. To watch the words on.
No,
I'm told that I can't respond to this.
That's
either.
what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, they were at the door. Yeah, their arms and legs were positioned in a particular way, and then sticks put over them with certain symbols. Yeah.
Oh my God! I just got these cards a little while ago. They made no sense. I shuffled, and they came out again. I got the 6 of Pentacles. You pay me, I pay you. Kind of like the charity, giving graciously.
Yeah.
I got the 9 of Wands. There was a burden, though this doesn't look like a burden to me. The 9 of Wands. But I don't know. She looks pretty pissed. And then again, I got the 10 of Cups. This was emotionally fulfilling. This was emotionally exciting.
10 of Cups can also be excess. It can be too much. Like, you should have stopped at the 9, but you got greedy. So, there is an aspect to that on the shadier, heavier side of life, to where you knew you had too much, but you don't want to give anything away. I don't want to say you're being a hoarder, but there is the heavier part of that card, which is excessive.
Agree, JR.
I mean, that's not even reversed. That's just the heavier aspect of the card, in general.
Let me use a different deck. Hello, Pussy Witch. Let's see what you got here. Let me put.
I just had that fallout.
Another 6 of Cups.
Having asked that question, this would kind of suggest to me, like, do you know yourself, 6 of Cups is someone from the past, or someone kind of someone close to you. This is someone, the older person obviously offering the child the cup of flowers. And in a small place, I suppose, with law enforcement, they probably all knew each other, and so this would say yes to me anyway.
Yeah.
That blue wall. I wonder if they're talking about like the law that protects itself, like that blue wall of protection. Because I kept hearing
the blue
wall of protection, and I'm wondering if it's like the blue law or the blue wall or whatever. Like if they're talking about the cops have their own. Even though I'm hypothetically not speaking about this, I'm just saying it just crossed my mind. That's my own personal thought. I just wonder if wall could have multiple meanings here.
You know what
Yeah.
I just remembered too, that this was going to probably be for part 2, but I was reading in an article that I found this on the internet. I know that just because it's on the internet, it's not necessarily true, but this was reported on a couple of sites that there are guards or people that are in of law enforcement in the prisons or part of law enforcement that openly wear their Odinist badges on their
Yeah, I read that.
uniforms. So there's the law enforcement there. Yeah, there's the connection right there.
So it says 1,200 members, but also like the wives of the Aryan Nation brotherhoods that husbands are locked up. Like I feel like women started this crazy stupid shit. You know, like this movement. I feel like it was started by women that were pissed off at the system anyway. So it's easy to get the system mad at itself and against itself because it's already collapsing on itself. Let's why not turn it completely inside out while we're doing it, you know? So like
God.
It's just incredible. It's incredibly twisted, in my opinion.
So look! I can't make this stuff up. Here, I got adjudication.
I'm making noise.
And this is my opinion, right?
Unexpected income. Again, there's the six of Pentacles.
Jesus.
Then the child card. Then the lovers. Marriage. House. The big house. Prison. Home life. And false person. So there's somebody in these girls' lives that has to do with law enforcement, something to do with marriage, lovers that they got involved. I mean, there's the child card, Jackie.
Yeah.
Like that card that you were getting with. I'm just wondering if these 3 cards connects.
Yeah.
And false house and false person. I knew I should use these kippers. Is there any other questions we want to ask?
That's all I'm allowed to say for right now. So I'm just paying attention now.
Okay. Is there something that we didn't think of, Jackie? I'm just going to ask if there's any other information.
Yeah.
Because from what some people have said, the one girl, I think it was Liberty, was told to run, and the one girl, but she wanted to stay and protect her friend. Though I don't know if that's true or not. That came from, I think, a psychic on YouTube. I think it was Sloan Bella who picked up on the one girl wanting to stay there to protect her friend when the other friend told her to run and go get help. But I don't know if that's true.
Oh,
or
yeah.
not.
That's crazy.
I mean, I love Sloan Bella. She's really good, but at the same time, I think some of her readings you kind of got to take with a grain of salt just because of her influence and her upbringing and how it may or may not affect the information. Just like with any psychic, really, any psychic medium. But things that she was sharing during her video when this happened, some of this is starting to match a bit with what people have said. So I'm just going to
I'm sure I heard, or not heard, read the heading of a YouTube video the other day, but I didn't watch it, that someone else was arrested in the last few days. But I'd have to go looking for that again.
I did not know. And Stephen, thanks for being, mod extraordinaire. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Stephen.
So I'm just asking for any cards. Or some of these similar ones are courtship. Again, so I got so I got family room. Something to do with a family. There's the adjudication again. This time we get a main female involved. Message of concern. Then I got sudden wealth, followed by unexpected income. So I'm wondering if that might have been a letter, a blackmail, people wanting wealth. They wanted money for exchange. false person, and then I got courtship. So,
Yeah, and I had blackmail or extortion as well.
but the girls were so young,
disgusting.
though.
Some people are just horrible.
Mhm. You got anything else, Jackie, that you want to share, hon?
I just got the page of what? Page of ones.
Yeah, that again. Sorry,
There
that's
we
just
go.
the way the StreamYard is flipping around.
Important.
That to me would just be whichever one of the girls kind of instigated this little trip out, you know. Because it's the element of fire, it's passion, it's kind of adventure, it's wanting to go off out and chase after whoever she thought she was talking to online, you know. And things happen too quickly. Things kind of took a turn.
Unbelievable.
Judgment. And she didn't follow her any intuitive hits maybe that she might have got saying get the hell out of here or anything.
Let's see. I don't know who Keegan Klein is.
Yeah, I don't either.
The name's familiar.
So I pulled from just a different deck just to see what I got, and I got the death card. I got 6 of Wands, 5 of Cups, and of course I got the damn haunting of my life, the Hierophant.
But that's the religious card again.
Yeah.
Spiritual card. There's that religion, spiritual, Pope, church,
Yeah, the Hierophant.
guru, whatever. I'm gonna pull on Keegan Klein. I don't really know how that person's involved, so that's actually good because it'll be like a cold read for me on that one. Oh wow. What's that one? Because you're a little pixelated.
Oh, it was the death card.
The death card. Okay. I got the family room again. I got poverty. I got house. Official person.
Wow.
Military, law enforcement, and
Official person.
Sudden wealth. Concern.
I just had these fall out.
Here, let me put you over. What is that?
Premeditated, planned, law enforcement.
I'm going to look for the child card in this deck.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so again, lover's card, courthouse. There's the child. I got imprisonment.
What's the cat
Having
pressure?
thoughts, and then adjudication. I mean, this just community. Mature woman. That could be the judge too. Occupation, message, wealthy man. Yeah, it just unexpected income. There's that money card again.
It said gem, and then it said he wears equipment. And then it says, hi, Stephen. So I'm assuming they're saying hi to somebody specifically at that moment because it's hi, Stephen. But it says he wears equipment and gem. Like
Gem?
the J-I-M. Gem, and then he
gem.
wears equipment.
So Kala Lizzie said that Keegan lives with his father, who is also incredibly sketchy. Well, that could be.
I never heard that name.
So I'm gonna grab a different deck. Let me ask about that.
And I'm just wondering if maybe now these are just maybe members or cult followers of this, that maybe other prison guards involved. Like I think there's going to be a whole lot of this that comes out once they realize just how deep into the system they're about to dive. Once, all of the hidden information that they're intentionally hiding, and that there's other information on one of the girls' phones, and it's just not all been revealed yet. So I'm not sure what all that is, but something about not all information on phone was revealed, it's being intentionally held back. And I'm assuming that's only because one individual would know what that information is, and to say it would let them know they're on to them or something, maybe.
Okay, so
That would
Black was
make
following
sense.
through. He's so Klein, one of the Kleins was the kid who came up with a picture of a guy who was nice looking that lured the girls out there. Stephen Klein through Facebook. So I don't know, YouTube, this is alleged for entertainment purposes only.
Right. And I
Um,
got constantly the boy is guilty. The boy, like, and the
no,
boy's
but
father's in this group or this cult or whatever.
well, Richard Allen is a 50-year-old man, so that's not a boy.
No, I know.
So it's a boy that yeah, I got family. I got I got two cards. What this card's got, family's got written on it. This one here, wishes fulfilled, family, support, home again, a home card, and then I got the Queen of Swords, educated, lawyer, teacher,
So
dark
that
and
would,
bitter.
so remember when we first talked about this, Heather, and I said it wouldn't be the first time that the system hung an innocent man. And I think, I'm not saying that, look, I served my time. I paid for every crime I've ever committed. So I'm not saying that the system doesn't work if you work it. What I'm saying is that it's not also completely flaws. It has its own flaws. It has its own good and bad. It goes both ways in there. So look, it just said you are correct. I feel like when it kept saying not the man, the boy, the man is innocent, and then the other things that I said to you that they say I can't say, but I did say to you, and then they were like, hey, you can't say everything, and I was like, wait, what? Why'd you show me then? So I'm not advocating for anybody here, but I just want to let that part of it be known that sometimes an innocent man claims he's innocent because he's innocent. So
Oh yeah.
we here in America need to follow our own words, and we are innocent until proven guilty. So this man has not been proven guilty, and they are not being upfront about all the evidence or what kind of evidence they have, because somebody saying there's actually two different sketches. A sketch of an older man and a sketch of a young boy that looks to be about 15 to 17 years old. So if there's two different sketches and they're not revealing that publicly, like then we have problems.
I got a page.
Yep, we have a problem here. You got everybody in the whole world looking for one, but you have two sketches. Like I'm not sure what part of this is true aspect, but then again, I hear that it is actually out in the public knowledge, that part that I just said. So somewhere that information is out there. It's not in the Hershey, you can't say that information. It's Hershey, let somebody know that we know there's two images, there's two sketches. So and something about do not lay them on top of each other. I don't know what that means at all. I'm not sure, but they're saying, I think it has something to do with the sketches about laying, but they're two different people. They're two different individuals. They're not the same person.
Yeah. Yeah, the one the cards I asked about was a young boy that took their lives. I got the card said teamwork on it. That was one of the words.
Yep.
Michelle Williams, hello, my dear. She said that this is a disclaimer. This is just something that came to her, but she said that the sheriff's son did it and they're covering for him. This is just somebody YouTube that are coming up with this idea. That's interesting. I don't know. I don't even know if he has a son.
Don't know either.
Do you have a tie-in with my law enforcement card?
Yeah. You're getting law enforcement.
And Isidora's question there, was the bullet found under the body planted? Like, they weren't shot, were they? Were they not like
Well,
stabbed or
no,
something?
I know, but there was a casing that,
Yeah,
not casing, an unspent bullet was
yeah.
found by the girl's body, and when they compare that to the gun that Richard Allen owns, or one of them in his house, they found that it matched.
Oh, yeah,
So to me, that's a plant right there.
yeah.
Hi,
That's what I would have
Thomas.
thought. And the bridge guy when they went down the hill. Someone
Oh, yeah,
waiting
this is
for the
smoking
girls and
too.
the bridge guy.
Camera.
Public service. Friends. Public service. Those are the two words that just jumped out of me from this one. Tower.
It just
Again.
said branch office. I don't know what that means, but that sounds like some kind of an authority kind of role. Branch office. I don't know. It says assembly of men, and again, I don't understand what that means. And then it said caught on camera.
Two guys on the bridge.
Next, I'm thinking they used Richard because of his predilections.
If we're talking about like an unspent bullet, it would have to be unspent because unless they fired it from his gun, because only his gun is going to put up the bullet striations that are going to be found on a spent casing. You know what I mean? Like that's how they match it. And if you fire it from a different gun, even if it's the same make and model, it's going to have its own fingerprint. It's going to have a different striation. So it may be the same bullet, but they couldn't get his gun, so that's why they never found that kind of actual evidence. They just found a very clean bullet.
He may have had a gun on him, and they said, "Girl, down the hill." He may have pulled a gun out and directed the girls to go down the hill, and then what happened. It was like what, and then them, having taken a bullet, and him not knowing about it, and then leaving it, to set him up. That could be.
It said the rumors are false, and it says nurses lie. Nurses lie, and the rumors are false.
Okay.
Is there a nurse involved with some kind of statement or something? And then again, if there is, maybe it's not being released again because if she's a CO nurse, maybe her statement or whatever she's saying is confidential or whatever, their famous last words. But they're saying nurse lied.
That's possible, Michelle?
Assembly of men, possibly law enforcement, including judge. And I was getting that adjudication card from my
it said assembly of men, and because I was even took by that. I was like, what the hell does that actually mean? So interesting, good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. Again, I got the hermit. I got impulsive, naive, spiritual illumination, reflection, meditation. Then I got the Queen of Wands, spring, leader, strategic, confident, determined. Then I got endure, 8 of August, strength, courage, angelic balance, harmony. So something's going to come forward. And what's interesting, I thought I would say for the next show, is that the judge who went ahead and
it said he will hang me. It just said he will hang me.
The judge who went ahead and removed his lawyers, I think it was like the next day after that, and people started looking at the transaction stuff. She ended up having to get rushed to the hospital for not being well.
That up somewhere. Wow. That she got sick. Judge got sick or something like that. I did pick up something like that. Judge got sick. And I also, back on whatever day it was, the 25th, I got Amendment 6, and I didn't understand what that was, but that was immediately when I started getting many times an innocent man's been hung. It's not the first time. And I was like, wait, what are we dealing with here? Like, hold on. Like, wait, is somebody being framed or set up? You know,
Richard's wife.
Fleck
like immediate,
thinks
just
that
like, yes,
Richard's
do it,
wife
do
is
it, do it. Richard's wife was a nurse. Oh my God. Or is a nurse. Oh, wow.
It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got the DNA card. Somebody got DNA earlier too.
Yeah, I did too. And then I got
Financial
it on the
and-
mic, but I cannot repeat what it said, but it said it 11 times, but I can't repeat it yet, guys. But I'll tell you guys right now that there's some, I got it in my cards too, so I can speak what was on my cards. And I got DNA, I don't know how many times, not just fingerprint, but like actual strands of DNA. DNA is involved like several times.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, this is going to take obviously another show where we can kind of like revisit, see what the updates are,
Mm-hmm.
see what else we can find, and then perhaps Hershey's guides will allow her to share more information. You know that she's getting because we are at 3:54 now, so we've been on for about 2:30
An
to
hour and
3:30.
20.
Hour and 20. Was there any other cars that you got that you wanted to share, Jackie?
I just had I don't know where it's gone. The moon card flew out there a while ago, which is kind of about things coming to light anyway, things that are hidden and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I was getting a lot of that too.
I'm gonna check out do you know I was saying to you before, I love watching Christina Randall because she does nice kind of 15 to 20 minute videos on all these cases. She's not a card reader, like she just she was in and out of prison as a teenager herself, and she knows the system, and she loves true crime cases, so she does a lot of research into them all and makes quick videos for us to watch. So I'm going to see if she has any very recent updates to see what's going on, because definitely saw a heading that someone else was arrested.
Yeah, and Hershey, Michelle just said the judge is denying a Sixth Amendment right to your defense attorney. So there's the go. Sixth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because I got that right around the sheriff will burn. I kind of like got all of that like right in the same time. I'm like, Sixth Amendment, the sheriff will burn. What? What are we talking about? And it was just craziness.
And Hershey, I want you to address this because it's your guides, if you don't mind.
It's not about my guides. It's about me respecting the fact that there are children involved. And I am not ever going to go against my guides on the other side when they say we're protecting the children. And the graphicness does not have to be revealed. Now, what I can do is I can try to maybe find some catchy ways to play on words with metaphors and similes. Possibility, but like actual I do have to keep some of it very sensitive.
There is a reason for it.
Absolutely. And I apologize. I'm not trying to be deceitful in any way, guys, at all. I am protecting the innocence of the children.
Yeah. You do exactly what your guides feel is right, and information that will come forward that is supposed to come forward will. So yeah, I just wanted, you to address that. So alrighty. Jackie, you have anything else? Because I saw you shuffling.
Yeah, no, I'm just shuffling away and pondering to myself.
All right, because I know I want to ask you about that one card that you got in the beginning. So everybody, thank you for being here. Understood. I just want to understand why sometimes there's information that's not meant to be known, or at least to respect people involved. So
right. I mean, I don't know what the cops are holding back. I just feel like they're definitely holding a lot of information back. But the information that I'm not revealing is possibly TOD, or COD, and the images that I see it's incredibly graphic, and I wouldn't want that on anybody's conscience at all. Like, I mean, just because I'm built
Yeah.
for it doesn't mean everybody is. So I'm truly protecting the innocence here.
So thank you. And with that, everybody, I'm not sure if we'll be doing part 2 next week for this, or if another case. We'll have to wait to see what information comes up and see what we
Yeah.
want to read on. But thank you again, everybody, for being here. Thank you again, everybody, once again for the birthday wishes. And before we go, Hershey, do you have anything coming up this week on your channel? Jackie, do you have anything coming up you want to share?
I'm on Saturday night with Kelly of Dozen Cats. It's 9 p.m. Irish time, so I don't know what that is in your time. I'll share it in my community tab anyway.
That might be 4 hours in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time for me. So
There's someone else on as well, but I don't know that person, so I can't for the life of me remember the name right now. But anyway, there's 3 of us doing spirit messages for either December or the New Year, whichever I forget.
Sounds
So I look
fun.
forward to it.
and Jackie does her daily card pulls too. So be sure to check those out if you can.
Thanks to
and
Stephen for sharing all our channels all along.
Yes.
He's
Thank you.
Mod with the most. And Hershey, I know Saturday you and I and Thomas are doing the astrology again. Is there anything else you got coming up this week that you want to share?
Saturday is Spirit Box. Not Zodiac. Saturday on the 9th is Spirit Box with me, you, Tom, and Thomas. And then Friday I'm doing Yawns with Gerald. Tonight is Wednesday, today is Wednesday, so tonight we have shadow reads on Thomas's channel. So tonight, like every Wednesday night, we do our shadow checks. So other than tonight's shadow check, Friday with Gerald at 3 p.m. Central Time, my time for Yawns, and Saturday I'm free after that Saturday until Monday, and then I have a very busy week next week.
Awesome. And for me, I have my Friday night show with Allison, and then Saturday with Hershey and Thomas. That I'm really looking forward to. I have a couple names I want to toss into the mix that day. So, alrighty, again, everybody, thank you, and we appreciate your support. Making sure hit like and all that good, as Hershey likes to say, that YouTubey stuff.
Yeah.
And we will see you on the next show. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.